Hello, everybody. Welcome to Arsenal X NGR's Radio Xbox podcast. As always, we throw up the X. You have to be dramatic.
I'm so confused.
Foolishness.
I'm so confused.
It's white people gang symbols.
Word.
Oh, wow. Sorry about being so loud. Yes, I'm your host, Eddie B. Joining me, I have to make sure the wise Wisconsinite. Okay, the wise Wisconsinite. Mr. Jesse Douglas. And boss man himself, Mr. Corey Dirrig.
I'm here. Woo! Dude, it's been so long since we all did the Xbox show together.
Yes. Yes. As everybody know, that last week me and Corey covered Gamescom and then had a discussion about that. So it's good to have Jesse back. He went to Chicago Comic-Con, and he'll probably talk a little bit more about that. But we're going to get into our show, and I'm going to save all the housekeeping stuff to the end because it is kind of late. So we got a lot of stuff planned that's coming, but want to break all of that down when we get to the plugs. So I got to ask Mr. Corey, Mr. Corey Dirrig.
Yeah.
What's been in your arsenal?
Oh boy. Well, I mean, Dead Cells. I think we've talked a ton about Dead Cells. It's been the game I've been hooked on most for Xbox, even though I've been playing on Switch. Whoa. Sorry about that. And then I've been playing this game called Bad North, which is kind of like a tower defense kind of real-time strategy style game. It's really cool. I've also been playing that on Switch. I haven't really been playing much on Xbox lately, although Jess and I did just play about 2 hours of Fortnite with my brother-in-law, Austin. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Although I don't think I killed one person in the 2 hours.
I don't think any of us did. I don't think any of us got a kill.
It's weird, though, because like I went from playing it on Switch where, like, I mean, let's be honest, the people who are hardcore into Fortnite aren't playing it on Switch, to playing it on Xbox where everybody's just better all around, especially at building. And so, Fortnite has been a thing too. I mean, not much in terms of Xbox stuff. I did pre-order Forsaken for Destiny 2. I'm pretty excited for that, although I might have to wait till the weekend, and then I don't know what your weekend's like next week, Jesse, but maybe we can blow through some of that campaign if you're getting it.
Yeah, I know I've been wanting to get back to that, but because I still have me and Ed both, I think, still have a lot to do with the campaign. So
Yeah, we got to do the DLC. Got to do those two.
Yeah.
Maybe we can work on that at some point. But let's see what else. I haven't really been playing much, to be honest. I've been doing a lot of work on the new YouTube pages, which for those who don't really listen to PAL Block or NGR or Platinum or whatever, we are moving all of our console specific content to their own separate YouTube pages. So Arsenal X is going to have its own YouTube page. Nerds Gone Rogue Prime, as we're kind of labeling it now, it's getting kind of cluttered with all of our stuff. I mean, we all do a lot for that page, and it's more for easier discoverability and allowing the channels to breathe, to be honest. Like, you know, we do a lot for Arsenal X. We do Royale with Cheese. We do Squad Goals. We do Jesse's been doing a lot of Let's Plays, and Ed's been doing Let's Plays too, right? So, there's a lot that goes into these things, and we just kind of want to spread it out and make sure you guys are seeing everything. And if you don't like, and it's also more like, if you don't like Nintendo and are only an Xbox player, we have Arsenal X, right? If you don't care about Xbox and you want to play PlayStation stuff, and that's going to be with Nerds Gone Platinum, right? So we're also giving our audience a choice of what they want to watch and subscribe to, and hopefully attract new, viewers along the way. So,
Yes.
So I mean, honestly, the last 2.5 to 3 weeks has been that for me. I mean, I showed you kind of prototypes of the new logos and the thumbnails for the podcast and stuff. So, I don't know. I think they're turning out pretty okay. But I don't know. It's been a lot of work. As you can see, I'm kind of tired. But it's been worth it. I think the channels look great, and Jason's helping me out with the platinum channel, so it's also looking really good. I need to make some new logos for them though, because I don't know, it's time. I get bored. Like I make the logos and then I'll like what I have, and then 2 weeks later I'm like, man, these look like garbage. We need to change. Like that's just my mindset. Where like, I need to change this, and I've already seen that. And
Hold on. Like the one that you said to me, you're just like, I've done this 4 hours. I'm going to bed. I'm keeping it.
I know. It was probably like 1:30 in the morning almost. And,
Yeah,
and
something like that.
Ed messaged me. I'm like, I hate you so much for saying that right now. I'm going to bed. I hate you so much.
Because he was just like, Jesse's just like, yeah, I like it. It's cool. I'm just like, that looks horrible, like a VHS marketing thing, like at 1:30 in the morning. Like,
Well, yeah.
this is not good.
No, yeah, but you seen he had made a change to what I thought was good. Like I didn't like the one either that he showed, but he didn't either though, honestly. But it was just at that time it was just like, yeah, Corey's like tired as hell and been working on it forever.
He was just,
And then
it
you
was-
came in
it's
at
so
the end of the conversation.
Yeah, because I was at work,
Yeah.
and it was so. Look, it was so much. I'm taking my ball and going. Kind of attitude. I love you, Corey. I love you, boss.
I know. I just was like, oh man, I hate everything right now. I want to just go away.
F you, you're cool, and
But
I'm out.
Pretty much.
But what you have now in the thumbnails, I so much love. It looks cleaner, crispier, and I just like, yes, this is it.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of my process though. Is like I'll just throw something at the wall and see what sticks, and then whatever sticks, I'll just clean it up. So
Yeah.
And like if we're gonna really start pursuing this seriously, I want to like, not that there's anything wrong with using the fonts or the assets of other things when you're just having fun, but like I kind of want to get away from the Xbox assets and stuff that we don't own. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
so,
that costs money to use it,
Yeah.
to buy it, or
Yeah.
buy the rights. Yeah.
yeah, and I just don't want to do that. So I've been trying to work on things that won't get us in trouble if we ever had any type of financial gains from this at some point. Not that that's like our overall goal to earn money, but like if at some point we did become big enough to do that, like it's probably good if we got away from that. So I do like the new Arsenal X logo, and I like the new Power Block logo.
Yes.
I think they're cleaner and more streamlined.
And that's all I wanted for you.
I know.
Well, and I just like the retro feel of the new Arsenal X one.
Yeah. I at first I was like, I did this thing where like, hey, I'm gonna make the top of the original Xbox our logo. That was like, somebody in my Facebook newsfeed posted that they got an original Xbox while I was doing the PAL block ones. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that for Arsenal X. I'm gonna make the top of the original Xbox our logo, and then cut out the lines to put Arsenal in there. And then I was like, this looks okay, but it could probably be better. Let's see what everybody else thinks. And then I kept like trying to clean it up, and then I altered it, and then I went back to the original form, and then I changed the font, and then I did the thing where like I found this really funny gradient that kind of looked like the original Xbox, just like spread out a little bit. And I was like, man, that looks kind of cool. And that's the one that Ed said looked like garbage. I'm like, I hate everybody. I just want to.
Look, Corey knows how critique. How if I'm going to be real with you and I hate something, I'm gonna be real with you. Jesse has got this also, dude. Because remember, Jesse, about the song that you made, and I was just like, you need to change this. Like,
I know, I saw that when you said that to Jesse. I'm like, man, that was mean.
And I didn't think of it as mean because like the product that Ed had heard anyways wasn't, because I'm the same way as like Corey with making the like music and stuff that I do. Like a lot of my stuff when I make it into an MP3 form to listen to is like unfinished. That's why like everything that I made that I put up on my SoundCloud at one point just said demo at the end because it was never finished. Like nothing I make is ever completely finished because I always like end up going back and screwing around with something.
But you know, I go hard on you.
Well, no, and it doesn't faze me. Trust me, I have family members that I have to deal with that are a lot worse.
But everybody knows when I critique stuff like that, it's because I want to make your work better. Believe me, I'm going to get some. I'm waiting for y'all to critique my stuff and just y'all give it to me straight raw. I'll be like, okay, I'll go change it. I'll go fix it. I'm more afraid of Corey than I am with you, Jesse. Jesse is easy to take. I think Corey would just get into my soul, be like, oh my goodness. But is that all that's been in your arsenal?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot that's what we were talking about.
We're recording. I forgot.
Jesse, I'm going to get into my arsenal real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
For Switch, The Messenger and Dead Cells. For PlayStation 4, getting the Platinum and Horizon. Started up Devil May Cry 4. Going to be jumping back into Detroit Become Human because I need to finish that, and Titanfall 2. Also, I bought 9 Parchment for Switch, and so I'm been working on that. Trying to get ready a little bit for Diablo 3. I'm going to be getting like Max and the Brotherhood, Curse of the Brotherhood. Curse of Brotherhood. I'm gonna be getting that and try to get into Flame of the Flood. Pick that up. Also, there's if you guys checked out Nintendo Power Block, we ran down to the Nindies games that's coming out. Well, I'm going to be picking up Hyper Light Drifter. I'm definitely picking up Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I think I'm going to wait to my next check to get Spider-Man, but I'm definitely going to be jumping to Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I'm just going to put money to the side and be like, this is the game that I'm getting. Yeah. So I'll be picking some of those up. I'm doing it on one. So so I can have the whole collection. Last but not least, I beat Mafia 3 on Xbox One. Good game, has some problems, some bugs and stuff. Some really good gruesome kills. Kind of buggy, and it was an alright story. It was really good. I definitely say pick it up now since it's kind of cheap, or if it's on Game Pass. If you guys got an Xbox One, you can pick it up. If you did get it for PS4 because it was a PlayStation Plus game, hopefully you guys picked it up and was able to enjoy it. But I liked it. I really did enjoy it. It's still better than any Grand Theft Auto game that I played. But that's what's been in my arsenal. And we'll talk a little bit more at the end of the show about some things. What's been in your arsenal?
Didn't you beat Mafia 3?
You know what?
That was so funny.
It's a callback. To Paulo.
That was so funny. I was just like, everybody. I thought I was really bad at paying attention.
Yeah, I was preoccupied during the time that that Ed was talking, because my cat likes to just sit and be as loud as possible whenever we're recording. And
Uh-huh.
I've trained the dog to just like if he gets up and starts walking towards her, she runs away. And so he'll get up. I'll tell him to get her, and then she'll get up and then start walking towards her like he's gonna go after her, and she runs away, and then he comes and lays back down. And so I think when that was happening, I didn't hear I'd talk about it. So that was just kind of me being funny. But yeah, for me, I ended up like I'd said, I went to to the comic book, the Wizard World, and I did end up getting to play some Wreckfest, which it's still it still was the PC version that I played, but it is going to be coming to Xbox this year, and that's one of the games that I'm like super excited for, and I was just really pleasantly surprised to see that there for people to try out and stuff. So they just had like just two seats with the pedals and steering wheel and all that right next to each other, and then a PC in between the two, and you could go against each other or play in solo races, whatever you wanted to do. Like that area, I kind of wish that I would have spent a little bit more time in there. They had people playing like Super Smash Brothers and all that kind of stuff there too. There was quite a bit going on. People playing all kinds of like those more competitive style games, that are known for a lot of people competing. I did watch some people play stuff but I never really got in line because there was a pretty decent lines for some of that stuff. So, but yeah, and then obviously Dead Cells. I've been playing the heck out of that on Xbox One. I'm gonna start playing some more Rise of the Tomb Raider before the new Tomb Raider comes out, and I also and I recorded for the AX plays. I did some Saints Row 3 just because I just love love those games, and like with the news of it coming to Switch, I just kind of is like, what, I'm gonna play a little bit of this and try to get back into this world again because I just love those games. So
Did you start a new file, like a new character?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So like in my AX plays is basically I play the whole beginning part of the game, like the whole, that main crazy sequence with the helicopters and stuff like that. So that's basically all I did. Because me and Ed tried to do a show and do that, but it was acting all weird and I was having some issues, and so I ended up just doing it myself. And then I just basically kind of talked about the game and get a little bit more in depth where I talk about stuff, like why I like the games and stuff like that. But so yeah, that's for the most part, that's what I've been playing. I played the game also, the Swapper that's on Game Pass. I really like that game. It's like kind of gives me the same kind of interest like of why I liked the Portal games. Like it doesn't have the whole humor part of it, but they do a really good job of even like Braid too. Like Braid I would put right up there with this. Like they do a really good job of making you think of how to solve the puzzles and stuff, and that's basically what it is. It's like a puzzle solving type game, like where you're this space man in a space suit, and you can like make clones of yourself and to try to step on buttons and to figure out the puzzles, and then later on you can take control of your clones, and there's just like Portal and those kind of games, there's like certain lights, like colored lights don't allow you to be able to use certain abilities, so you've got to use use your clones to push buttons to turn off lights, so then you can use certain abilities. So like that's basically what it is it's like your precision, like a placing of things and trying to solve these puzzles, and I've been really enjoying it a lot. So but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice.
That's awesome. Yes. Well, everybody, we're going to get into what we love to always do. Not Arsenal Exchange. We'll get to that later. But we're going to jump into some Arsenal news. Got like 5 stories for you. And like some of them is like kind of crazy, but like very interesting in a sense. So we're going to start off. Most of this news comes from Game Informer. So if you guys want to check it out, you could go read it on their site. Bungie is cracking down on Destiny 2 players breaking up from multiplayer match disconnects. With Destiny 2 competitive playlists offer players the chance to earn an exclusive gun by performing well, and what fellow competitors would want to earn that gun by any means necessary, including cheating. Well, Bungie says no more. When Destiny 2 Forsaken hits next Tuesday, or actually this Tuesday, or it's already out by the time you guys see this episode, players who benefited from opponent disconnects at a highly abnormal frequency throughout Season 3 will, according to Bungie, find some punishments waiting for them. Depending on the severity of their infraction, Bungie will remove access to Redrick's Claymore and Broadsword, as well as Luna's Howl, the weapons these players were outstandingly hoping to earn by cheating, or if the infraction was bad enough, be permanently banned from all Destiny 2 activities, including PvE. Bungie will be using a newly updated back-end system to double-check cases where these infractions may have occurred, in order to make sure players who are being legitimately getting kicked from matches not get an accidental ban. So what did you guys think about this? I didn't even know that people were doing this.
Yeah, it's like a quote unquote, like it's been a bigger issue lately because you get points for, there's a new kind of ranking system for multiplayer stuff, similar to what Call of Duty does with prestiging. And there's a similar thing in Destiny where, you can play for Valor, play for Glory, and Glory is like the ranked matches. And if you win, your ranking goes up, and if you lose, it goes down. And so if you disconnect, you don't lose anything because you were quote unquote disconnected. So I think they're trying to solve that issue where people are, if it's very clear that they're going to lose the match, they just disconnect their box and try again. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm not like a software engineer, so I don't know how they're going to do this, but I don't know if they're just trying to say something to appease the community, or if they're actually going to try to do something, because I don't know. This has been an issue since Destiny 1 vanilla, so I don't know why they're just now trying to do something like this.
Yeah, which is weird because, I mean, almost any game at this point that has an online multiplayer, like where you verse each other, that has any kind of thing like that is basically set up where if you disconnect, it doesn't matter. It still registers whatever happened last as being being the final. So that's kind of weird that it's taken them this long to catch up to what everyone else has already been doing for a long time now.
Because it feels like they're just gaming the system that Bungie has placed in it. And because what come to mind, we even had this discussion with the Sea of Thieves one, how the players was helping that one guy get up to that level to like the end game or something, and people was considering it that as cheating and stuff, or the tactics that they used, they felt like it was cheating and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird that because I didn't even know that was that was a thing in Destiny 2. But wow, come on, people, play fair, be better. take some losses. It's just a game. It's not really big in doing all of this just to get a weapon that you probably won't even care about by the time the next game come out. So, but
I don't know. I don't even know if there's going to be a next game.
Oh yeah, because with Bungie being
at least with Bungie behind it, I don't know if Activision owns Destiny or not, like the name. But I know Bungie just got funded by a portion of Tencent to do their next project. They got like $100 million grant from Tencent to fund their next project after Destiny. So,
yeah, then they're doing something with Square Enix. I'm like, the heck?
no, I think Square is helping them publish Destiny in Japan.
Okay.
Because I know Square and Activision work closely when they're trying to put products up. Because I think Square Enix publishes Call of Duty over there.
Okay.
So I think that Square helps Activision do stuff overseas.
Okay.
That's new. That's new information. So, wow. Well, we're gonna move on. Battlefield 5 has been delayed. Electronic Arts is delaying the release of Battlefield 5 from October 19th to November 20th. However, the game's open beta started on September 6th, the fourth for EA Access, Origins Access, and Origins Access Premier subscribers remains. In a blog post, Oscar Gabrielson, general manager developer EA DICE, says that the delay is being made due to feedback that the team has gathered so far from closed alpha sessions and from conventions like the recent Gamescom show. Gabrielson specifically mentions adjusting the gameplay tempo, improving soldier visibility, and reducing player friction. And he adds that these will be evident in the September beta. And most people is thinking about because of the low of pre-sales that this game is getting, that they're delaying it. So, of course, Activision will have Call of Duty, and Red Dead 2 will be out.
Did you see that pre-sale when that story came out? Did you see that whoever was doing the Battlefield pre-order numbers, they were going strictly based off only GameStop pre-orders and Amazon pre-orders. Now, fun fact, until Amazon just stopped their 20% discount, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Funny thing, all of EA's games went up for pre-order the day the 20% stopped. So just take it with a grain of salt that like they weren't, physical copies weren't even available for pre-order on Amazon until after this report came out. not trying to like defend Battlefield or anything or EA, because
Well,
but
the thing is, like I feel like Battlefield, like it's kind of like the whole Siege and Overwatch situation, where you've got a massive following of people who play Battlefield and they don't care anything about Call of Duty. Like they just avoid it like the plague. And then you have the same on the other side, though, the people who like play Call of Duty who consider Battlefield games to be trash. It's just, they've both got a pretty big, following.
Player base.
Yeah, it's like, it's really, I mean, yeah, maybe the numbers sometimes aren't as big as these companies would like, but they're still pretty big numbers.
Yeah. And also, like, another thing that came out was like Battlefield 5's pre-orders has already outsold Titanfall 2's pre-orders and day one sales. So, I think Titanfall arguably is a better game than most Battlefields, but then again, I've only played Battlefield a handful of times, so I don't really. I'm not gonna try to like sit here and judge it, but I just think it's interesting that report that came out was only about GameStop and Amazon pre-orders, and that Amazon was only letting you pre-order the digital version. So.
Yeah.
Well, it feels like Call of Duty and Battlefield is having both are having just negative reports about them, negative like just viewpoints about them right now. Call of Duty 4 with this game and DLC and that content, Battlefield 5 pre-orders and the controversy of the women's stuff and all of that. And it's just like, okay, because I think Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is around that time, also like in November 20th, or is it after?
It's November 16th. Is
okay,
Pokemon.
So it's before it. Okay, so I think they probably moved that game to get it out the way, because definitely Red Dead 2 was still the dunder, and there's just too many great games coming in October alone. So since not much is coming out in November, because Fallout 76 is in November, I believe. When I read the story, we'll talk about that. So Battlefield 5, EA probably feel like, well, we really won't have no competition, because it looks like everybody packed their game in October.
Yeah.
So there's breathing room in November. But me and Jesse's picking up Battlefield 5. Like, we'll probably be doing some multiplayer, but I'm interested in how this campaign is going to go more so than the multiplayer.
I actually am too. Because it's based around World War II stuff. So I'm a little bit more inclined and more interested in playing the story based in that era. So
yeah.
But I think just one last thing is I think the other problem too, we've got Call of Duty's kind of what is it, battle royale style mode, the beta coming
the
soon
Blackout.
Coming for that. But the main issue with Battlefield is we don't really know anything about that game. Like, as far as like that kind of stuff goes, there's still a lot to be found out, and I can see where that might hinder some people from deciding right away whether they want to get it. But yeah,
well, it's same with Call of Duty also in a sense.
Exactly.
So
I think
go ahead, Corey.
Just one last thing. I just feel like both games are kind of going through a weird phase where, they're kind of trying to change because people say they need to change, but what they're changing into is people aren't really into what they're changing into either. And so they're kind of having that identity crisis thing where, hey, what do we need to do because they're so used to being on top, and it's like the transition from Halo to Call of Duty being on top, right? Where Halo was the top dog until Halo 3, and then Modern Warfare kind of changed everything. Well, now we're in this phase where PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and Fortnite are kind of changing everything, and then you get awesome first-person shooter experiences like Titanfall 2 and Doom and Wolfenstein, and Call of Duty and Battlefield have kind of been stagnant. And we went to freaking space in Call of Duty, for God's sake. We used to joke about that when Black Ops was coming out, or when Advanced Warfare was like, oh, maybe they'll make a game in space, and then they freaking did it. They're having this crisis of maybe at some point we're gonna just have to accept that we're not going to be the top dog anymore, and then that's when the changes will come.
Yeah.
It's what happened on. I feel like this. What happened during the 360 era with those games? They were really big. They were kind of just the hot thing. Even when Grand Theft Auto 5 was around, those was the big things. Now, it's just it's too late for you guys to even innovate, because there's been better games that people are interested in. Definitely with Nintendo Switch being out, I think those two would do fine with their community, but everybody's going to be talking about switching all those indie games and other titles, and definitely Shadow the Tomb Raider, Spider-Man. Everybody's going to be promoting and talking about all these other games, and people going to forget about Battlefield 5 and Call of Duty 4. I mean, they're going to do fine, but if they continue to get negative reception throughout their game life cycle, I think their next games are going to be a problem to market and be interested in. But we're gonna move on from that. The Xbox One Elite controller will be available in white next month. Um, the Xbox One Elite controller is a nifty, expensive little device that lets you fine-tune your gaming experience if you got some cash. And starting next month, you can refine not just the analog sticks, D-pad, and paddles you used to play Xbox One and PC games, but the color as well. The right version of Microsoft's top-of-the-line controller retails for the same price as the original $150 and offers all the same options such as reprogrammable buttons, 4 additional paddles that you push the face buttons without taking your thumb off the analog sticks, and more. The controller will be available starting on October 16th, but you can pre-order one now.
It's a sexy looking controller, but that Elite controller is so expensive.
You know, it's not even expensive to me. It's just hard to find in the first place.
Yeah, well, the black ones have been kind of like sold out for a while. Because, well, the big rumor was at Gamescom they were gonna announce a new version of it, and they never did. But I think maybe this was their second version, was just this white one. So
yeah, it's just like, why would you make a Elite controller and then not make enough quantities of it?
I don't know.
Well, I personally I seen them all the time. Like, they were always in store. I could have gotten one at any given time, but I just really couldn't justify spending the money on it. 'Cause, I mean, I'd love to have one, but I just don't. I played it, like my friend Pat has it, and I do not. I won't even use the paddles. Like, they're too much in right where I like to grip my controller, and like, you know, like that's why I kind of liked the Duke controller, because it was bigger. I had more like room to grab onto it. But with these controllers, like, I love the Xbox controller like now, but it's still like I can't have those paddles underneath there, because there's not enough room for me to hold on to it with those on without bumping them. And that's what I would do. I would bump them all the time. And so I'm like, yeah, I got to take these off. I can't do that.
Yeah.
But I do like having everything else, you know, be that you can adjust. Like, I love having, because I play a lot of first-person shooters, I like having those locks on the triggers. You know?
Which is surprising that even at E3, they don't present a lot of the players or people who go there playing their game on the Elite controller. Like, I would expect them to do that, and nothing. So
yeah.
But if you got $150 to burn and don't want to pick up Shadow of the Tomb Raider or Forza Horizon 4, I guess get one of these if you can find one. I guess. Any thoughts, Corey? Any more thoughts, or move on?
No, I don't got anything else.
Okay. Fallout 76 Xbox One X bundle for your shelter. The Fallout series is grimy, but the newly announced Xbox One X bundle is a pristine white, as are 2 other new Xbox accessories. Unfortunately, the Fallout 76 1TB Xbox One X doesn't feature any special graphics on the console itself, but it does come with the game preloaded. The Robot White Special Edition bundle comes out on November 14th for $499.99. As it also announced today was the White Elite controller that we talked about, and the Turtle Beach Elite Pro 2 Super Amp, September 12th, $249. And they have a picture of it on the Game Informer that you guys can check out. Now, before any of you guys give your opinions about this, I did say that I think that was gonna be one of their E3 reveals, that they was gonna have a white Xbox One X. So they didn't show it there, but it's good to see it now. That they actually decided to do it. I just wonder why they waited for Gamescom.
I think maybe
to show it.
I think they might have just wanted to like have it something that's tied behind a big game coming out. Like, you know, like just to, because like I feel like, you know, a lot of people, it would still receive pretty well if it's just released by itself, but you want to kind of give it a nice send off into the world with, you know, like pushing it with something, with a big game that people are looking forward to. I just think it's a little bit maybe more appealing that way. So,
what about you, Corey?
I really like the white console. I could care less about Fallout, but that white console is a sexy piece of machinery. I knew that was going to happen as soon as I got an X2. I knew it. I just knew it. I was like, I need to wait. And then I was like, nah. And then I was like, oh.
And I'm over here like really contemplating driving to Waukesha or whatever it is, or Wauwatosa, wherever our Xbox store is. Yeah, because I want to get one, and I don't want to just sit and save. I want one now, so I'm thinking about doing that Xbox All Access thing. So
I
don't know.
I could tell you right now, I'm not impressed with this one, with the Xbox One X being white. I mean, it's good, it's cool. You know what? We're gonna have a situation at hand. Maybe throw a spicy. Oh, I forgot to get the spicy chicken from Chick-fil-A and post it to you. I'm gonna be dirty Thursday. I got you. I'm gonna show you your race is all right. Even though I already owe Corey 2 spicy chickens when I get there, I might have to raise it up
2.
Yeah,
2. It's only 2. I thought by now it's like 30.
Shoot. I'm not balling like that yet. I can't have wifey mad at me. He's doing good on his diet. The next year is a different story.
Man.
Yeah, but you know what? I like the white on the Slim because of the Slim's design. I actually like it.
It's the same box. How do you not like it on one and not the other? It's the same box.
Because
racist.
Because the Slim, you know what? The Slim, I like the Slim.
I ain't gonna give that to you.
I like the Slim version. I like the Xbox One S. I like how slim it is in this design. With OX, because there's something underneath it. Like you see, it looks like a cable box for One X for the OX, and it doesn't look like that so much for the Slim. So that's why I'm just like, it's white. Cool, but it's not impressive. I think if they would have had it like in a different color and had some design on it, I think it would look good. It would look nice. But that's just me.
That crimson red.
Give me that Gears one. Give me a Gear. You know, next fall when Gears 5 comes out, there's going to be a red Xbox One X,
and that would look sexy as ever. That I will go for.
I used to have the Gears Xbox 360.
Yeah, that was.
And that's one thing that Xbox has always been good at. They've always been amazing at making like stuff that's like themed after games or whatever.
You should have seen some of those ones at PAX after like Sea of Thieves and State of Decay and I guess Forza 7. Like a lot of those at PAX were like.
Wouldn't it be cool that where the X is at, like where you cut it on, they had the Gears like kind of logo with
the cog.
Yeah, and then you cut it on and you just see it like it's white, but then the cog is red.
Yeah,
or like it's a different color. I think that would pop out. I think that would look so cool.
One of the like really limited edition 360s was the red one, but like when you turned it on, like it had the lambent from Gears 3 in it, and the whole console just lit up in like this yellow, like the lambent from Gears 3, and it was like, oh man, that's a sexy console. But they only made like 5 of them, and they were only giving them away during contests and stuff. But
I always wanted the Star Wars one that did the R2D2 sounds.
That was the only thing that came out of Kinect Star Wars and that was any good. Was that console?
I think, was it the Black Ops 360 Slim? It was one of them. one of the Black Ops ones.
I know the Modern Warfare 3 was the first Slim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have the Modern Warfare 2 one. That's the regular.
I think it's that one. That was a nice design of that one that I liked. Didn't really care for 360, but I just like the design. I'm like, oh, okay, that's next. Okay, but we're going to get into our last story. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is now backwards compatible on Xbox One. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is playable today on Xbox One via backwards compatibility, a pivotal event for one of the service's most frequently requested games. If you don't already have a physical copy of the game, you can download it for $20 or $15 if you're an Xbox Live Gold subscriber. It might not be a remake or a remaster of the game, but it's a convenient way to experience the fantastic shooter. Major Nelson, he had put this out on a tweet, and I know Jesse has picked up the game. Wasn't Modern Warfare is the one with the airport level, right? It's not 2, right?
The Modern Warfare 1, there was like an airport well, it depends. There was kind of an airport level in all of them, I think.
But the one that was the big controversy was Modern Warfare.
That was 2. That was 2.
So that was 2.
Yeah.
Where you shot everybody in the
Yep, that was 2.
All right. Yep. Yeah. I think that's the only one that I played of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare games was 2. I ended up beating it, and then I sent it to my friend because he had a PS3, and I was just like, I'm never playing this game again. So, but yeah, Jesse did pick it up, so he is playing it.
Yeah, that was a pain in the butt. I could touch on that because I had talked about it on Pow Block, but basically I went to GameStop to see if I could get a copy because I figured that's gonna have the most copies of it in. Well, I get there and they say that there's I'd have to drive 2 hours in order to get a copy of it, and I can't even be for certain that when I get there it's not gone. And so then I went a whole bunch of other places, nowhere, and then I went to a place where he had a loose copy of it, and is selling it for $7. And right as I was about to pay for it, he found the box for it and still said I could have it for the loose price instead of the $10 that it would have been. Yeah, because GameStop, as soon as that went on backwards compatible, they jacked the price up $10 because it was only $5 originally when it was if you wanted to buy it, but the second that it went on backwards compatibility, it was 3 times the price.
Ooh, a mess.
So yeah.
But everybody, that's been in our Arsenal news. I know Corey doesn't have no thoughts on it, so we're going to keep it rolling. And we're going to jump into our Arsenal exchange, our last portion of the show. We are about to enter holiday season soon. So I want to ask you guys, what is your personal game plan for Xbox? Are you getting any, looking forward to any games for it? Are you going to be jumping into the game plan that they had that we talked about last week, or are you just going to wait for some stuff to drop on Game Pass, check it out, beat it, take it off the system? What are you guys planning to do? I'm going to start with you, boss. What are your plans?
I've got 3 games I'm looking for. Well, 4 technically, but we've been playing one for so long. Destiny 2 Forsaken, Rise of the Tomb Raider, or Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Gosh, I always do that. Shadow of the Tomb Raider and Assassin's Creed Odyssey are the 3 games I'm super looking forward to. But the 4th game, I'm really interested to see what the 1.0 patch of PUBG looks like. Because we've been playing it in preview for so long that I just want to know what that 1.0 looks like, which I think is, Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday. Yeah, I think so.
At the time of this recording, everybody.
Yeah. It should be out by the time of this recording. Yeah. Also, I kind of want to go back and look at the updates for the Master Chief Collection because I kind of want to see what they did to the online infrastructure of that game. And now that it's on Game Pass, I'm sure the online stuff will be robust again, where like it won't have trouble finding matches or anything. So
You got the physical disc, right? Of it, or
yeah,
digitally? Okay.
well, I have it digital, but I have the physical disc. I have some physical copies, but yeah, Master Chief Collection. I want to see what that's like.
Because I wondered if yours updated automatically for the big patch.
It is.
The big download.
It's updating right now.
Ooh, that was a lot.
That's
a lot of
it's like
gigs.
79 gigs for me because of the 4K patch too.
Oh, right. Ooh, good googly moogly. I wonder, do I get it too? What?
Great googly moogly.
I don't know if it's because it's 4:00 in the morning and I'm super tired, but that was the funniest thing I think I've ever heard you say in my life.
Ah, yes.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is in October, I think.
It's October. It's the same day as Mario Party.
Mario Party. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I kind of fell off Assassin's Creed after 4 because Unity had all those issues and Rogue was on last gen. God forbid I play a 360 game when Xbox One is out. Plus I was kind of like, man, it didn't come out on Wii U. I'm gonna stick it to Ubisoft for not putting it on Wii U because that's why I played 3 and 4. But I mean, at the time everybody was fully expecting Rogue to come to Wii U and it didn't. So, 94.2%. Still looking at Ubisoft for not implementing multiplayer stuff in there. Just saying. Just saying.
I still need to finish Origin.
But yeah, that's my point where like I kind of dipped into Syndicate, but I was really into Destiny and Halo at the time, so I just kind of like didn't play it. And then I played the crap out of Origins, man. I mean, you and me both, Ed, were playing. Remember, like around November, December, we were pulling like probably till like 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning playing those games, and it was just like
Exactly.
Man, Origins was awesome. And if this is half as good as Origins, I can't wait to play it. So it's gonna be awesome.
Yes.
Oh, Shadow of the Tomb Raider though, 2 weeks.
I think I'm going to wait on Odyssey, probably for a sale or something, because I am picking up Mario Party over Odyssey, and plus I need to finish Origins. I am going to pick up Odyssey, like I said, but I'm gonna be doing Mario Party because it's Nintendo.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I'll probably wait till like my birthday or Christmas or something for Odyssey, to be honest with you, just because like, I mean, for NGR stuff, my focus is Nintendo stuff, but like, you know, I do want to play it eventually because that game looks great. I can't wait.
Yeah, and I think Forza is out that month.
Yeah, Forza. Gosh,
yeah.
But
I can't wait for that.
But that's going to be on Game Pass, so I'll be able to check it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
yeah.
Not for me, everybody. I'm buying my physical copy. If Target ever puts it out on the time.
I don't think Target cares about you, Ed.
They don't.
It's because you said great googly moogly. They're like, watch out for this googly moogle.
Googly woogle. Wait,
I don't know.
did I turn into a Final Fantasy character for the 90s on Super Nintendo? Koopo. Koopo. Oh, goodness, I love Woogle.
You want me to go next?
Can we get a Final Fantasy 9 remaster on Switch, by the way?
We return back into Nintendo Power Block because of this. We need. I love that game. But Jesse, what is your plans for this holiday season, the small holiday season, or the rest of the year, I should say?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to like Wreckfest, that like what I said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely the new Tomb Raider, and I don't know. Battlefield. Like I'm really excited about Battlefield. I still on the fence about Call of Duty. I like they've got to like kind of prove to me that I want this. So I'm still kind of waiting for that. But I don't know. There's so many. Like I just can't think of them all right now. But there's a couple of games that I know are coming out that I want to get. But those are the majority, the main ones that I'm really excited for, and then obviously like later on we're gonna get it's only just the demo of it, but like getting to see more about Anthem and stuff like that as well. And like I do have a goal that I kind of want to get back, and we talked about this when we were streaming earlier today, that I want to get back into Sea of Thieves because I really haven't played it since they've done more updates and stuff.
Yeah,
and I kind of would like to get back into that again because I do love that game. Like it's such a fun game, but it's just a matter of trying to like plan to do it with people, like with you guys or whatever, because
I need to get back into like State of Decay 2. Like,
yeah,
I need to get into that one.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my plan. I've like listeners, like earlier we were kind of talking about something that's like a future thing we'll talk more about, but like I sent a list of like all the games that I haven't finished, and it's like probably 100 games almost.
Oh, we'll get
so many
get
games
into
to
that
play,
at the end of the
so.
show. Don't worry. So. Well, for me, just almost like pretty much with Corey and Jesse, getting Shuttle the Tomb Raider, Forza 4, Battlefield 5. I am picking Red Dead Redemption 2 up for review.
Yeah, I forgot.
I'm doing it on Xbox One. I'm picking it up there for it. I'm not doing any controllers or anything because I'm kind of set for controllers. I don't know what they're doing for Black Friday, but if there's like any games that's on a good sale for Black Friday, I'll probably end up picking up. I'll be looking definitely on Xbox Live for their Black Friday sales, like digital stuff, and probably pick up some indies for that. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, like I mentioned, I'm gonna be picking that up on Xbox One, playing it there. But I think that's because like my PlayStation like is pretty much just Spider-Man. I think that's the only game that I'm looking for the rest of the year for that system. Everything else is Nintendo Switch, but for Xbox, I'm picking most of the third-party games and playing them on there. Because I wish Sable was coming out this year, but it's actually next year. So since that got announced for Xbox One at Gamescom, I'm buying it there day one. On there, probably gonna be picking up some Neo Geo arcade games also on there. But if they're coming to Switch, I'm gonna get it there on Switch. But that's pretty much my plan for it. I'm and also starting saving up for my 4K TV. We're gonna be trying to get one of those this year. But that's pretty much my plan for like Xbox, unless there's some other announcements that's coming. A lot of the other stuff that like Resident Evil 2 remake and all of that other stuff, that's all for next year. But just for the holiday, that's my plan for like games that I'm getting and playing. Also doing my best to finish the Division with you guys. We need to finish that on Squad Go.
Yeah. We were gonna try it. We were gonna try to play it tonight, but there's a whole bunch of issues with like updating and stuff like that, so we never did get to it.
Literally every single game I usually play needed an update. Literally every single one.
Oh wow!
It was...
Well, and actually with that, it ended up being Austin wasn't leveled up enough to play with us where we were at in story or something like that. So yeah, so that's what ended up happening with that. We had intentions to play it, but
yeah.
And I do apologize, everybody, that I personally have to step away from Squad Goals and Royale with Cheese for a while due to the fact of my job. So I'm not able to play with these guys, but they're going to continue doing great work, giving you guys a lot of content. Hopefully something happens at work where I could get off early on Saturday nights and come play with the guys. Other than that, I have to excuse myself. But you got two great hosts, two great players, Jesse and Corey. They're doing fantastic work with Squad Goals. Because I really want to do the Division 2 with them. I really want to do some other games, State of Decay 2, Sea of Thieves, Fortnite. I'm not doing PUBG. I'm sorry, everybody, just can't do it. But I hopefully to be doing more stuff with Jesse and Corey and pretty much the whole NGR crew this holiday. You know, we got Pot and Play season 4 that we got to get ready. You know, and just to let you guys know, because we're about to get to plugs, about to get to the end of the show, that season 3 of Pot and Play is live. You guys can check out our first episode where me and Corey talk about Darksiders. About to say Stalkers. Oh, that didn't sound right neither. Darksiders. That game is available for PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS3, Wii U. Corey was playing the War Master Edition. I was playing the backwards compatible of the 360 version. And we have a great discussion about that. So you guys could check out that season. It is live, and hopefully you guys do enjoy it. Me and Jesse been doing some Arsenal X plays, some X plays, so you guys can check out some of our discussions and talking about that. Also, if you guys want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow us at Arsenal X Podcast on Twitter. Also, you can subscribe to our Arsenal X page that is going to be going live. If you subscribe and you hit that bell, you will be notified. Corey,
it should be. No, I was just saying it should be live by the time you hear this. I'm going to work on the page this weekend, so everything should be live. There will be a link to our YouTube page, since we probably won't have a URL by then, underneath in the description. So if you're an audio listener, just click the link and you know, just subscribe. It'll really help us grow. And you know, like I said, maybe a PAL block, maybe the top of the show. I don't remember. It's been a night. You know, we're trying to do this for NGR Prime is kind of becoming crowded with content, and B, like, if we have more freedom to do more things, it'll help with discoverability. It'll help everybody else out as well as that show. So, you know, it's going to be a project, but I think it'll be worth it for fans and stuff. So,
yes,
yeah.
Our very own boss man has been working very hard. So thank you, boss. You guys can find Arsenal X on Facebook. We are doing a backlog book club kind of thing, our Arsenal Extinction, where I'm going to take 7 games, because Jesse and Corey is raising a family and they have limited time. They're going to be doing 5 games, and we're going to be I talked to Jesse kind of about this, that we were going to like choose different games, but you know what, for this session we're going to choose just our personal 5 games. No indies, due to the fact that indies are kind of short. We kind of need something more meatier. So you do have Game Pass, and you do have like rentals, or if you bought the game, whatever. We're gonna choose our own 5 games and play those. Well, they will be. I will be doing my 7. Now, the reason why I'm adding 2 games to mine is because Jesse will have a choice to choose a game for me, and Corey will have a choice to choose a game for me. It is up to them. They can look at my list and actually choose that game for me. We have to the end of the year to get this done. So you guys got 3 months. You better hop on the good old gravy train and try to get these games done as much as you can. Trust me, I have 7 games, so I got to figure out how I'm going to go about them on top of working and doing other stuff. But you guys can find me on Twitter at that retro code. You can find Arsenal X on our Facebook page, on Nerds Gone Rogue. When we go live, you'll be able to find it on our Arsenal X on YouTube. You can find me on Twitter at that. I'm sorry. You can find me on Twitter at that retro code. You guys can follow me. Also on Xbox One, if you guys want to be my friend, the lyrical one. The beauty of video games is coming to ngrradio.com exclusively September 9th. So you guys will be able to read that and hear those podcasts on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, TuneIn, and other podcast apps and all that other good stuff. Jesse, where can we find you?
You can find me on Xbox, Twitter, and SoundCloud at Phantom Maggot AX.
Craig, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at CoreyNHD86, and you can find me on Nintendo Power Block and other content on Nerds Gone Rogue.
Yes. Everybody, next week, hopefully we could try and do this. We're going to do the Ninja Turtles movie pod commentary. We are doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4. I believe that's what it is. Mm-hmm. 4. So get your snacks, get your popcorn, and hopefully enjoy our talk. Look, our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 movie commentary. That was some background noise because he showed up and talking about a whole bunch of other stuff than the movie.
Because we were trying to entertain ourselves because the movie couldn't do it.
Dude, I mean, I knew that movie was bad, but jeez. I never could make it through that movie. I never made it.
That was the first time. Not age well. Like, I thought it was cool as a kid. Watching it as an adult, I'm like, oh, the struggle is real. Because I don't know what is going on. Yeah, and we are going to be doing the Michael Bay ones, though. And I can't wait for that one.
Yeah. Well, especially that second one. That second one is really good.
Oh, so good.
And I've seen, I think, I don't know if I actually finished the second Michael Bay one. I know I've seen most of it, but I forget what happened. Something happened and I wasn't able to finish watching it or something. I believe I have both of them, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to watching those as well. Mm-hmm. So.
And also, you guys could email your questions at expressionpass@arsenalx podcast@gmail.com. We want to get your guys' questions and we kind of want to read them and have a discussion. But is that everything? Is everybody good? Ready to go?
Yep, I'm ready to go to bed.
Okay.
It's 4 a.m.
As always, what we do when we end the show, we throw up the X. Because we're exiting out of here. Everybody have a great week. Have a great weekend. Hopefully you guys all had a great Labor Day also. Until then, we will see you next time on Arsenal X podcast. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, guys.